So now we're going to aesthetic effects. Okay. So what are aesthetics? I think Brittany covered this a little bit yesterday. So the qualities of a community or area are defined by a combination of resources and other qualities that define the character of the community and site. So that's based on context, and it can be positive or negative. It influences community cohesion and community values and can alter the travel experience. So we have these three community values: mobility and safety will combine to give us our context-sensitive solution. So transportation actions can affect communities and influence aesthetic qualities. The DOT values aesthetic effects and will consider aesthetic effects while producing affordable, constructible, and maintainable transportation projects. Okay, so FDOT's aesthetic effects commitment develop transportation facilities compatible with the surrounding natural man-made community and balance transportation need and community vision, and select appropriate design approaches that balance project engineering and community vision. Okay, so typical aesthetic effect considerations are character, compatibility, community values, sensitive areas, visual features. Okay. So the objectives of a aesthetic effects evaluation is to identify existing resources, categorize and analyze potentially affected aesthetic resources, assess the value of each aesthetic resource to the community, and consider avoidance, minimization, and mitigation or enhancement options. So the process starts in the ETDM phase. Planning screen identifies flaws and controversies that could prevent project advancement due to aesthetic effects, and the programming screen helps further understand the magnitude of potential aesthetic effect impacts and possible methods of resolution. Okay, so the aesthetic effects evaluation is tailored to the scope and context of the project, and it builds on previous analysis and findings, and uses a multi-step evaluation process. So step one is establish the study area, document existing conditions, and collect data on the existing conditions. Okay. So describing existing conditions, more detailed evaluation may be needed for projects that require large amounts of right-of-way, conflict with local government comprehensive plans, impact aesthetic qualities of community facilities, historic resources or landmarks, features such as specially designated roads or scenic vistas, disrupt or divide an established or cohesive neighborhood. So step two is describe effects, identify project effects on study area, aesthetics, establish significance of impacts and community involvement, and document the findings. So step three is issue resolution, make the project fit the community, identify solutions to address adverse effects or enhance the project's aesthetic experience. Resolution may include avoidance, minimization, mitigation, and enhancement. All right, consider FDOT's policy for context-sensitive solution and complete streets and document commitments. So all commitments should be coordinated with pertinent FDOT offices for concurrence before being finalized. There's some special aesthetic effect considerations, outdoor advertising and specially designated highways. Outdoor advertising signs should be considered during each project phase. Coordinate closely during all project phases with the FDOT Outdoor Advertising Office. In the screening phase, work with the Outdoor Advertising Office to identify current permitted sign locations and consider project-related impacts, both direct and indirect, and note community sign preferences like zoning, comp plans, and local ordinances. So in the PD&E phase, verify and confirm the presence of the existing signs, continued coordination with the Outdoor Advertising Office and Right-of-Way Office, and assess project-related effects to each sign. Consider mitigation measures, document commitments, and approve commitments transmitted to final design. So in the final design phase, confirm existing proposed signs and permit status, update related commitments, transmit commitment changes to PD&E, and ensure project plans reflect approved commitments. And in the construction phase, verify compliance consistent with the bid documents and as part of final acceptance. So for specially designated highways, the types of possible highway designations are local, legislative, or state and national, the Florida Scenic Highways Program. So I don't know if you can see, this is a map of some of the specially designated highways. Focus on Florida Scenic Highway Program. It's got contact points, has a website link, and then roadway characteristics inventory, and FSHP byway locating signs. So some available background resources, designation documentation, byway master plan, byway organization contacts. And the screening phase, identify designated scenic highways within the study area, understand the community values, consider project-related impacts, and note the community preferences. In the PD&E phase, verify and confirm the presence of the highways, scenic highways, and assess project-related effects. Assess options to avoid, minimize, and mitigate. And ongoing coordination with byway organization through DSHC, and identify document impacts and the commitments transmitted to final design. So in final design, again, you're going to confirm the proposed byways or existing byways, and then update related commitments, transmit commitment changes to PD&E, coordination with byways through DSHC, ensure plans reflect approved commitments, and in the construction phase, verify compliance consistent with bid documents and resolution during final acceptance.